you. You know, doing this with you guys makes a world of difference, and you're welcome to Binging With Gamechangers. Here we capture success from different perspectives. We delve into the minds of people with celebrated brands and careers who've turned their dreams into reality and their ideas into lucrative empires. I'm your host, Seyi, and when I get back, it'll be action time. See you when I return. Welcome back to the show, and you're about to meet our first game changer. Toyin Onigbanjo is the founder of August Secret, a Nigerian company founded in 2016 that provides creative foods and resources, enriching children in their first 1,000 days, helping them develop healthy eating habits for life. August Secret retails across 185 stores in Nigeria and also in countries like Ghana, UK, and the US. August Secret boasts of a staff strength of over 25 people and is definitely putting Nigeria on the baby food map. Welcome to the show, Toyin Onigbanjo!
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
It's good to have you on the show.
Same here.
You look
Thank
ravishing.
Thank you. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
So, oh wow. I was reading your profile. I was excited. You know, I mean, it might sound like, oh, baby food, but you know what comes to mind? I mean, we all grew up, I grew up in Nigeria. When you think of baby food, it's just like many other things. You're thinking foreign brands, you know. In fact, some will even be from Malaysia. You see all sorts of countries. And then suddenly I hear there's this woman, you know, she didn't only make for friends, she packaged it, you know, so well, you know, you think it was even imported. And she's retailing to thousands and thousands of people. What made you think you could push these foreign brands off the shelf? What made you think you could even stand beside them? What was going through your mind when you were actually doing that? Like, oh yes, I'm that good, or were you shaky? What was it like for you?
Okay, I actually did it afraid.
Okay.
I wasn't so confident. I wasn't that confident.
What were your fears?
One, my fear was sometimes maybe like fear of the unknown, because the truth is, it's not like you don't have the talent. I cook well. And I studied child nutrition as a course by the side after having my master's degree because I got so interested in it. But it's one thing to have a certificate in child nutrition. It's another thing to know how to cook. Managing a restaurant, the fact that you know how to cook doesn't mean you can manage a restaurant. Yes. So the fact that I knew how to make baby food in my kitchen didn't mean I could own a manufacturing outfit. You know, so though really small now, you know, we have 2 facilities. The truth is, every step of the way, I did everything afraid. I really would be honest with you.
So how do you feel now when you know, walk through some stores or, you know, and you actually see your brand? Do you just walk past, or do you like turn out? Do you take a picture? How do you feel?
The truth is, I took a picture.
Yay.
And it makes me really proud. And yes, you know, what they say about forget your past, forget your past. I believe, no, your past can teach you lessons. Your past can, you know, help you forecast what your future would be like. So anytime I see the products on the shelves, I just remember when I started, like, my God, so this is real. Yes.
What's the shelf? Yeah. What's the average shelf like? Because one thing that excites me about what you're doing is you don't use preservatives, no additives, amazing. Okay. And that definitely gives you an edge above the foreign brands. So what's the average shelf life for your baby food?
It's 9 months to 1 year. So we dry completely.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's more like, and the good thing about our foods is it has no preservatives, no chemicals, but people ask, okay, it has no preservatives, how come it can stay for that long? So, and people forget that drying is a form of preservation. Yes. When we were taught back then in school, drying, adding chemicals. So we chose drying, which is just natural. So just like what you have in your house is exactly what we packed in the boxes.
Amazing. So you said you had gotten a course in child nutrition, but then it got to the point where, like you said, you had to set up a factory of some sort. You had to get into manufacturing. Did you have to take some extra course or learn under someone or read books? How did you go about getting into the details of it?
I didn't learn under anyone. I'm a self-taught food producer.
Internet taught?
Not internet, because the internet is, I mean, even if you read things on internet, you're not likely to read the way things are done here in Nigeria. So you can't read how XYZ machine is going to be maintained. You can't read how to get your staff to work according to the standard operating procedures. So I had to learn everything myself from the beginning.
And then, so from what you're saying, that means you had to fabricate some of your machines?
Yes, fabricated some machines. So I would say, again, I learned from my mistakes.
Okay.
Yes, so I would say that one major mistake that we made regarding setting up our factory, you know, I call that a business school. We lost a lot of money because we did it all wrong. And again, that's because, like, we don't have any mentorship school for manufacturing, nobody to look up to. Nobody makes baby food the way August Secret makes it. So nobody to look up to, nobody to say, oh, someone, you know, took the courage and started to produce food here in Nigeria. Let me see how they did it. Nobody.
So what were some of the key mistakes, if you could share with us?
We made a mistake regarding the specifications of the machines. So say can dry for XYZ minutes. We made a mistake of, you know, the kind of drying. Some were, you know, rather more around baking and roasting, and then we got them for drying. So, but we already got them. So,
so
and
they
then
go to waste.
They go to waste. You know, it was really painful, but
I know, that's
the price to pay.
The price to pay.
Yeah.
Amazing. So I noticed something quite consistent in your story and the profile, and you know, when even my team and I discussing it, they kept saying, oh, so her reason, she usually says at interviews that her reason for setting this up, you know, 3 key reasons. Number 1, her child was a fussy eater, and I say, hey, 1 in 3 babies are fussy eaters. Number 2, because I'm trying to tell you why you're extra special. Number 2, you always say, oh, I like to cook, I make food. 1 in 3 ladies, loves to cook. So, hey, number 3, you say, oh, there's the 3rd reason now. You say you like to cook, then you say you like babies. Almost every lady likes babies. So, girl, there's something about you.
Yeah.
You are special. So what would you say was the drive, that lever, that thing that told you, okay, you could make it for your baby, then you could make it for your friends, then you can now make it for the world. Did the entrepreneurship spirit come from your upbringing, or did you encounter something, or was there poverty along the way? Because that drive is not regular. Where did it come from?
Okay, I'll be very honest. I wasn't poor. I was working for 7 years, you know, as a 9-to-5. By the way, I used to be a journalist.
Yes, we know you're a journalist.
So, yes, and I also used to cook. So I used to have a food business by the side. So I was okay, I was comfortable. But the real drive here is, anytime I encounter children, or I encounter mothers and they complain that their kids are not eating, and I give or share a recipe, do it this way, try it this way, the testimonials and the results have always been amazing. So I'm walking, you know, past someone in church, and they say, Toyin, what you shared on Facebook that my child could eat, or what you shared, I tried it and my child has been eating, it's amazing. So I just go like, really? And then the same person here, the same thing here, the same thing here. My mates in school, when I was, you know, having my master's degree in uni, like the same thing. So you come and teach me, and I teach people. I go to people's houses. I used to teach people for free. And then I learned from my mentors that whatever it is that you're doing for free, or whatever it is that you can do for free, and you can consistently do it, and people praise you for it, that is where your million is.
Wow, so now it's time to raise your antennas and be on the lookout. What do people praise me for?
Yeah.
What do people, that's where your million, that's what Toyin says.
Yes.
Toyin says that's where your millions are.
Yes.
Amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. When we return, Toyin is going to be telling us how she relaxes, because you cannot be spending 24 hours in the manufacturing unit. You must tell us how you let your hair down. Well, not much hair, but she lets it down one way or the other. When we return, we'll still be speaking with Toyin Onigbanjo. See you when I get back. welcome back to the show, and we are still speaking with the founder of August Secret. Don't forget to join the conversation on our social media platforms at the BWG Show on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. So, Toyin, tell us, what kind of girl are you? Are you the movie girl or eat out girl? How do you let your hair down?
To be honest, August Secret has actually taken a part of my social life. I'll be very honest. Yes. So I'm chill at home or just chill with nature kind of girl.
Oh,
yeah, so I only go out. Okay, so if there's an Owambe, I tell friends, please, if there's an Owambe, let me know. Yeah, so I'm a party, Lagos party rocker kind of girl.
Lagos party rocker.
So other than that, I relax with my family.
Yeah,
I'm just
good enough.
Yeah.
Good enough. All right. So like you said, you know, a journalist doing her own thing in, you know, corner of Lagos, not stressing anybody, nobody stressing her. And now you're found with 25 employees in, what, 3-4 years? How are you managing that? That's a lot of human resource to deal with. What's been working for you when it comes to managing your staff?
Okay, first thing that has been working for me has been empathy. But I would say the empathy is not the first. So the first thing is seeing how I can pour myself into people. Because, and I'll be honest, I really have very good people working with August Secret. I really must say this, just in case they're watching. Like, I really appreciate them. I really do. So, and so I've learned some leadership from my pastor, Pastor Samadiyemi, if I dare say so. And leadership is first about serving. So I put myself as the chief servant at August Secret. So when you join August Secret, what I always say is, how do you see me? I don't sit down and dish you instructions. We get dirty together. We go to the field together. So on days I'm not there, you know what to do. That's how I've been, you know, managing. Great. So they know what to do in my absence, in my presence, like, because you've seen me do it. Yeah. So it's really just leading by example, and of course a bit of empathy, you know, on the other side, because we're human.
Yeah, and then when it comes to maintaining standards, because that's key to manufacturing.
Yes.
How's that been for you? What do you do?
So we have what is called the standard operating procedures. Again, those were some of the things I started with, because especially when we wanted to launch out. So it's one thing to make food for your children in the house. It's another thing, your friends, yes, because your friends can say, oh, sorry, my child didn't like it, or I found hair in the food. But the people who, you know, bought the food from the supermarket are not going to take it lightly with you. They don't know you. So with our standard operating procedures, we also have a quality assurance officer alongside. So we already have the operating procedures. You're entering into the production outfit. You know what to do. You're supposed to cover your hair. You're supposed to put on your overalls. You're supposed to wash your hands. You're supposed to ensure that the machines are working right. When you're drying, what's the next thing to do? We also developed operating procedures for maintaining the machine. So, you know, machine servicing. Not that today, oh, madam, the screwdriver fell down. Oh, somebody, no. Everything has to be in line. So once that is sorted, there is a quality assurance officer whose job is to ensure that it's not until when madam comes, you did not do this. It's not until when it's done. Once those things are sorted, then you do what is called an audit. Okay, how many complaints did we have this month? Oh, 50 complaints. Where did they come from? Why? Who are the people in charge? Once you do that, first month, second month, third month, you can, you know, dismiss whoever staff is found wanting. And then by the fourth month, whoever staff is joining the organization knows that, look, this is how we do here. So once the operating procedures are set, I don't have to be there to chase my staff all around.
Very true. Very impressive. You retail across about 185 stores. That's major in Nigeria, because a lot of people have good products, but the ability to get them on shelves is a challenge itself. How easy has it been getting the stores to, you know, because we're a Nigerian brand, and I know how sometimes people will say, oh, this person did her own badly, I've had a bad experience, I've this, so that can be an issue. What's it been like, the journey with, you know, retailing and then getting partners and all of that?
It's been emotional.
Why do you say so?
It's not been easy.
Okay.
So I would say that's the hardest part.
Really?
Right now, yes. So the first hardest part was getting a product right, ensuring that it meets with international standards. And the second now is dealing with our partners who are the distributors.
Yeah.
It's one thing to, the stores, it's one thing to have a very good product. It's another thing for the product to be sold and you get your money on time. So you have issues like that.
I know.
So it's been...
Especially with the big brands.
Yes.
Yes, I retail as well, so I know.
It's been an unending journey, but I hope that it gets better.
Okay,
honestly.
but so are you saying you've not struggled much in convincing them to accept it? It's really payment now.
Yes, it's really payment. I'll be honest, because the truth is, August Secret is a product that sells itself. Yes, if I dare say so myself, because one trial, second trial, everybody tells their friends. So what we say is, if your child is not eating August Secret, what is the child eating?
Yes,
so... Yes. So getting to partner, understanding with the stores, and then the stores getting to understand with us, especially as small businesses, has been a struggle. But I mean, it's something unending, and as long as you don't give up.
So the food brand is called Jaden's Meal, and it's named after your son.
My son, Jaden.
Yes. I hope he gets a percentage of every sale. You can't just use his name. I hope there's an agreement. I'm a lawyer, so I'm asking on behalf of him.
But he eats my food.
Oh, really? But yeah, that's his name. Like,
right.
Trademarked. But
Truly.
Really, that's amazing.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah, Jaden himself has really been a good child, because now, he's 5 now, and then he says, Mommy, you're the leader of August Secret, and people have to really give their children August Secret foods. I'm like, wow.
Yeah, know what it is.
So with time, of course, you would discuss that.
She said she would discuss that. What's your highest selling flavor, well, if that's the right word to call it, at the moment? Because I know you do all sorts. It was interesting. I saw there's grounded fish with, very interesting variety. And I love that it's made for the African palate, which is beautiful. So what do people love the most from what you make?
I would say that it's the fish and the crayfish. Adults love that as well. Then, but I would say that biggest selling ones are the mixed grain and the nutty meal. A lot of children love that. Okay,
interesting. Yeah. So where do you see the brand in 5 years? What's the bigger picture?
The bigger picture is to expand our horizon beyond Nigeria, which we already started doing, but we're looking at lots more African countries, because yes, we have similar foods, similar nutrition issues, especially for children, in their first 1,000 days. So that's what we see.
Okay, I think that's amazing, and what you've done with the business, growing it to this point, and I think the timing is, it's record time, I must say. Are there any, just quickly before we run along, key principles that you think aided your fast growth? Because a lot of companies that have reached, the shelves like you hear some have been in existence for 10 years and even higher, but you started in 2016 and you're in 185 stores. From your own personal life, what would you say day to day keeps you hungry and, just gunning for more? We want to know what Toyin's success secrets are.
Okay, so if I would say that the personal policies more like, and the things that I live by, the first thing I live by is impact, a good name. I really do love to have a good name. And my mom taught me that if you don't have a good name, by the time you have all the money in the world, you might not be able to buy a good name for yourself. So I see myself at 60, being invited to inspire young people, to say that what you have in your hands, can make you the best that you can ever be, can send your children to school, and you can also send other people's children to school. So for me, that's the drive I live by. When I check my account balance, I'm like, Toyin, what have you done? You're over 30, you're going to be, when you're 60, when you don't have energy anymore. So because I say, your energy is your asset. So I already see where I want to be at 60. I want to relax with my grandchildren, bake them cookies, have
holidays.
Fun, and travel around the world. I want to travel almost all the countries in the world. I want to enjoy myself. So I am, at the basic thing that actually pushes me is impact, to be able to say, you know what, when I don't have energy anymore, what is going to be said about me? I'm really very particular about that. And of course, I have someone to answer to, which is God. You have this much talent. So, and it impacts people. Just imagine if I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Just imagine if I didn't do it. I have
A lot
lots of people looking up to me.
Malnourished.
I've fed over 35,000 children.
Oh, wow.
So just imagine if I didn't do it. So what pushes me is actually, I would say, the future, not really about now. What pushes me is when I don't have the energy anymore. Now I have the energy, I need to use it right. So I'm always really very scared of the time when I'll be using the walking stick. Yes, and I wouldn't have enough money, or I wouldn't have the power to work. So now I have the power to work. Now is the time to work hard and amass everything, so that when I'm using my, what they call bands and everything. When I'm doing that, I know that I have all the justification.
Amazing. So you're a very fun personality. Sourcing raw materials, how has that been? Are we producing enough? Because, this ecosystem, the agricultural ecosystem, would you say that we have enough farmers, you're getting the right quality? Is it easy getting or what has been your raw material sourcing
Raw material sourcing, to be honest, I strongly would say that Nigeria is really, not doing so well. I mean, for our capacity, I think we're fine for now. But, in terms of scaling, especially when we get to the level of, say, maybe a multinational, I would say that we need to start preparing for that right now, because Africans want to eat their own food. So
I love that.
For instance,
Africans want to eat their own food.
We want to eat our own food. Yeah. So I don't want to scale August Secret and start looking for soya, to use. I want to get everything from here, encourage the farmers. So the farmers whom we get, the very little bags here and there from, they're happy, to see the products, which we make out of their products.
Where do you source most of your materials from?
We have some in the north, outside Lagos. We source our potatoes from farmers, smallholder farmers, like, there's a farming cooperative that supplies to us. Okay. So imagine if we have more of that, it's really going to be good.
Amazing. Thank you, Toyin.
Thank you so much.